Hello there guys, and welcome back to us here at Jason's Guitar School. Today what we're going to be learning is Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. So there's a few things that we need to learn. First, it's your TMA finger picking exercises. And so your finger is going to balance your hand. Your thumb is going to be in charge of the 6th, 5th and 4th string, that's your E, A, D. Index finger in charge of G. Middle finger in charge of B. And then your third finger in charge of little E. So once you follow those rules, this is going to be pretty simple picking. Now we start off in a C shape, but you can take off that middle finger. Now for the start of the song, we set up your thumb on the 5th, which is the A string, your index finger on G, and your middle finger on B. We lift off your index finger on the B string, and when we pick these 3 strings together, we're going to hammer that first finger on. Okay, so that's your thumb on the 5th, your index finger on G, and your middle finger on B. C shape without the middle finger. Lift off your first to begin, pick and hammer on. Okay, the next thing we're going to need is your third finger down to the B string number 3. And your middle finger is going to go to the top of the third box as well. So your third finger is on B3, your middle finger is on big E number 3. Now before we go into that, we hit T5, just open. So after that first section, we hit T5 straight away, which is just the A string with your thumb. You put your third finger on B3, your middle finger on E3 like I said before, and you pick your thumb on big E, index finger on G, and your middle finger on B. Right. So that gives you the first 3 notes. And then all you do is pick your middle finger on the B string and pick your index finger on the G string while you are still holding that chord position. So you have the first 5. Okay, so that is the start of the song, the intro. Now what you're going to do is take off your middle finger and slide your third finger down to box number 8. Put your first finger on the A string number 7. So you're on 7 on A, then your third finger is on 8 on B. You're going to hit your 5th string with your thumb, you're going to hit G and B with your index and middle finger, all together. And pause. So you hit the 3 of those together and pause. Then you stay on the same strings with those 2 fingers, but slide back to A number 5 and B number 7. And again, you hit the same 3 strings, your A string, your G string, and your B string. And then just pick your B and G. So the second section of the song is 7 on the A, 8 on the B. And you hit your 5th string, your 3rd string, and your 2nd string, which is A, G, and B. Slide back to 5 on the A, 7 on the B, and hit your A, G, B, and then B, G. And they're the 2 sections. So we have now on the third time round for the intro, there's a little part that goes. Okay, well it starts off the same. We already know that part. Your third finger slides down to your 8. You add your first finger onto the 7 on the A. We hit A, G and B together. And when you do, lift off the first finger and slide your third finger from 8 to 10. So to slide, you just keep the pressure on and move down to the next box. So we're going to hit the 7, the open G and the 8 on the B. And slide down to 10. And that's it then. On the B string, you just hit 8, 7, 8, 7. That's it. So it's 5 on the A, open G, 7 on the B, pick A, G and B and slide to 10. And then 8, 7, 8, 7 on the B. And that's the third part. So the whole intro is played 4 times and it should sound like this. if you want to make that sound a little bit more interesting, there's slaps you can add in as well. And I'm going to show you where they go. So on the intro, you do the very first hammer on. Then instead of hitting the open A string, we add a slap. So we do the first action, and then instead of picking open A, we slap. Go straight into that second note. Your 3 on the top and 3 on the B. So it's pick and hammer, slap, and 3 and 3. And then GB. So it's. Okay. Now I do usually add in a second slap as well on the open G. So I do the first action, slap, then G and B with your E string as well. Then I hit the B string and slap again. Slap, B, slap. Slide down into the start of the second section. You're on your 7 on the A, 8 on the B. You're hitting A, G and B all together and then slap afterwards. Then we move back to your 5 and your 7. We pick your A, G and B, and then B, slap. So that second section again, it's 7 on the A, 8 on the B, and open G, pick an A, G, B, slap, back, same strings, but on 5 on the A, 7 on the B, pick an A, G, B, B, slap. And if you played with the slaps, it sounds like this. And that is the tab for Tracy Chapman's Fast Car. Join in next time, guys. Send in those requests. I'm happy to do any song you want. Just keep them coming on, and I will see you next time. Thank you.